9 down, 5 to go na lang para ma-sweep ng Green Archers ang elimination round ng UAAP Seniors Basketball Tournament. Sa natitirang 5 teams na lalaban sa Salle sa second round, sino ang may pinakamalaking tsansa na talunin ng Archers? Para sa talakayang yan, kasama natin ang basketball analyst at blogger na si Enzo Flojo, aka Hoopnuts. Welcome back to the score, Enzo. Very interesting, very dominant performance so far ng Salle. Tell us how they're doing it. Describe the way Salle has been playing here in season 7.
Well, everyone's been harping about their mayhem press, and I think that's really one thing that has been able to catch so many teams off guard. They knew that Salle would be good, but I don't think anyone really expected that they would be this good for this long and this consistent, no? And itong 9-0 standing ng Salle, it might seem like things have been smooth, pero they've gone through their own share of trials and tribulations. No, you have Geronteng missing a couple of games. You've had Ben Mbala having foul trouble in a couple of games as well. So their character, their composure, it's like everything's just falling into place for the Green Archers.
9-0, unbeaten ang Salle University, and they've got 5 games to go bago matapos ang elimination round. Let's run down the teams that they're going to face. NU, UST, UE, Ateneo, and FU. Now, among the teams that they have to face bago matapos ang elimination round, ang close match lang nung first round, yung sa FEU. They lost by 5 points. Salle won by 5 points and won against UE by just 6 points. So para sa'yo, Enzo, sino sa limang ito ang may tsansa na manalo kontra sa Green Archers?
Well, I think UE will still be a pretty tough test for Salle. UE, I think, has a lot of momentum at this point. They've won 2 straight already. They ended the first round with a win. They won their first game in the second round. Because of the first round result against Salle, the Red Warriors know, kaya natin makasabay sa team na to. They can hang with this team, and of course, they're very well coached. Manong Derek Pomaran is an amazing coach for the Red Warriors. I think UE has a pretty good shot of being a tough challenge for Salle, but I think for a team to really be able to beat Salle, aside from the fact that kailangan medyo malasin yung Green Archers, a team has to play a little slow. Dapat hindi nila ma-match yung speed ng Salle, because I think Salle is very good at playing a very fast pace, and if you fall into that trap, lalamunin ka nila lalo. I think a team has to be able to rebound really well and is a very good outside shooting team. And right now, nakikita ko na nagma-match sa mga aspects na yun yung FEU Tamaraws. I think the Tamaraws have the depth, the balance, the size that can match up, at least on paper, with the Green Archers.
Maganda na bring up po yun, Enz, na a team has to be able to slow down the ball game to be able to have a chance to beat Salle, because among the teams that they faced, FEU did that, NU actually did that, and the other thing na tinitingnan natin is some of the weaknesses ng Salle. So what do you think are the weak? Kasi sabi yata ni one of the coaches, I think it was Coach Aldenay, who said that they're only 70% there of their potential.
70% pa lang yan,
so which is scary. What do you think are the weaknesses, if any, ang na kayang i-exploit ng mga kabilang teams?
Well, it's very difficult to find a weakness for a team like Salle, but if you look at the numbers, what jumps out at you, strangely enough, is turnovers. Now, this is a team that likes to force turnovers on their opponents, but weirdly enough, they're also the most turnover-prone team in the league right now. They average around 25 turnovers per ball game. So a good defensive team, and FEU in terms of points allowed, they allow the fewest points. So some might say they're the best defensive team in the league. So a team like that can give Salle some trouble talaga. And if FEU waxes hot from beyond the arc and they play really tight defense, force Salle into a bunch of turnovers, I think anything can happen.
Well, it seems that you're leaning towards FEU among the 5 remaining teams that Salle has to face as the team with the best chance to beat Salle.
For now, yeah.
Okay, what about UST and Ateneo? They got blown out against the Green Archers the first time they met. Do you think they're going to have a better showing in the second round?
I think UST doesn't have the depth to be able to match up with Salle. I think they're a very good rebounding team, especially with William Afuaqua. It seems like he's finally adjusting well to the UAAP style of play. Pero yung UST kasi, I think they rely a little too much on their outside shot, and unlike FEU, which is quite efficient in shooting a three-pointer, itong UST hindi sila masyadong consistent. they were able to beat NU this past weekend with a 3-point shot. They shot that ball really well. But the question is, how many times more can they do that for the rest of the season? Yung Ateneo naman, I think right now they're in soul-searching mode. I'm not sure that, you know, in terms of identity, they know who they are. I think that blowout loss to LaSalle really rattled them.
Although they stuck close to the first quarter.
But that loss after that to UP, I think that rattled them even more. And I think it's about really regaining their character for Ateneo. But as in any Ateneo-LaSalle matchup, sometimes you throw away the stats and all the intangibles and just watch them go at each other.
So assuming ends na we give you an FEU team, for example, your coach Nash Rosella, what type of game plan would you formulate to attack or to try and beat this LaSalle squad? Sino yung matchups na ilalagay mo? Who would pick up Jeron? Who would pick up Ben Mbala? Just interested to pick your brain on that.
Well, I remember covering a game of FEU where Coach Nash opted to start with some second stringers instead of his usual starters, and I think that's absolutely not the way to do it. I think you know, Coach Nash is smart enough to know that to be able to play well against LaSalle, you have to bring out your best right off the bat. You can't afford to play from behind, especially early against a team like the LaSalle Green Archers. But this past weekend, yung UP, their game plan against LaSalle worked to a certain extent. No first half, si Ben Mbala scored only 4 points because he got the basketball at the low post, and medyo yung defense ng UP forced him to dribble a little bit more than he should and into some decision-making situations na hindi talaga yun yung gabay ni Ben Mbala. If FEU can do that, and because Coach Nash is such a genius in terms of designing a defensive game plan, if they can suck Mbala and LaSalle into that same trap, I think they have a very, very good shot at pulling the rug from under the Green Archers.
Pero ang unang makakalaban ng LaSalle bago yung huling showdown kontra sa FEU ay ang NU, and NU is coached by one of the mentors of Coach Aldin Ayo, Coach Eric Altamirano. Coach Aldin, of course, from Sorsogon, humble beginnings. He started getting into basketball coaching by joining basketball camps. Yun nga, yung Coach E's basketball camp, dun talaga siya natuto. So, do you think that will become a factor? Coach Aldin coaching against his mentor, at syempre yung mentor gusto makabawi sa student because syempre natalo sila nung unang paghaharap ng LaSalle at NU.
Partner, to add to that lang, in their matchup in the first round, NU actually led.
Yeah.
I think going into the fourth quarter.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
And they had a really good game plan against Ben Mbala.
I think that, well, yung sinabi ni Anton na Coach E wants some payback, I think definitely that's something that he's thinking about and maybe even looking forward to. Si Coach Aldin naman, I think he's all business. So I think even if he's going up against Coach E, someone whom he considers as a mentor, I wouldn't be surprised if for Coach Aldin, the 40 minutes on the court, that he's still gonna give NU a lot of hell and mayhem for those 40 minutes. But here's the thing with NU. They're very difficult to predict going into any game. At one point, they can seem like the best team in the league, but like what they showed against UST, sometimes they can also play like they're one of the worst teams in the league. They're a very schizophrenic team, this NU squad. At their best, with Aroga playing in his comfortable positions, with JJ Alejandro waxing hot, with good playmaking from the Diputado brothers and JV Gallego. At their best, I think they can hang with LaSalle and maybe even slip past them. But anything less than their best against a normal level LaSalle, I think LaSalle's going to take that easy.
So before we let you go, Enzo, to put you on the hot seat.
Oh no.
Does LaSalle sweep second round?
I think they sweep. I think LaSalle goes 14-0 and actually think they're going to sweep the whole thing. 16-0. Maybe first to do that. Since pinag-usapan natin kanina, since UST, I think, in the 90s,
pero wala pang Final Four nung time na
yun.
So this is going to be a historic one if ever it happens.
Definitely.
All right, thank you very much, Enzo, for coming here.
I hope I
didn't jinx pleasure.
For more sports updates, keep watching The Score. And don't forget to subscribe.